Hello dear students, today we'll start chapter 12, consumer awareness. Now what is consumer awareness? Consumer awareness means making consumer aware of the relevant characteristics of the products and services bought by them. Now in the market, consumer buys different goods and services. So the consumer should have a proper knowledge of the product which they are buying from the market, like brands of the product, quality of the product like ISI mark, AG mark, ISO, hallmark, etc. Next, date of manufacture of the product, and lastly expiry date of the product. So consumers should have the proper knowledge of these factors. So this is the meaning of consumer awareness. Now let us see some of the ways by which consumers get exploited by the manufacturers or sellers. The first one is underweight. Next one, substandard product, that's low quality product, higher prices, lack of safety regulation. Now some of the sellers or manufacturers, they don't follow any safety regulations for the electric appliances like plugs, socket, electric lamp, which may lead to accident. So this way it can exploit consumers. Next one is adulteration. Like adulteration means adding harmful substances to fruits, vegetables or other eatable products. Duplicate products. Hoarding means the creating artificial scarcity of the product. Suppose a seller may say that it is out of stock, but actually it is not out of stock. It is a artificial scarcity which they are creating, that is misleading the consumer. Next one, misleading information. So misleading information, suppose in a packet of product or in the box of the product, some misleading information can be given to the consumer which ultimately exploits the consumers. Next one is unsatisfactory after sale service. So these are some factors by which consumers exploited in the market. Consumer rights as given by the Consumer Protection Act 1986. So the first right is right to safety, then right to information. So consumer has the right to get information of the particular product which they are buying. Next one, right to choice. Now among various products, consumer has the right to choose the product which they want to buy. Next one, right to be heard. Now right to be heard means the forum should address the complaints of the consumers if they are misleaded. The next one, right to readdress. Now consumer has a right to file complaint against those manufacturers or sellers who are misleading and exploiting them. Last one, right to consumer education. So these were the consumer rights under Consumer Protection Act 1986. Now let us see some of the responsibilities of the consumer. The consumer should have some responsibilities like consumer must take bill after purchasing any product. Then consumer must pay GST, service tax and other taxes which are levied on the product. The consumer should check the quality marks like ISI mark, AG mark, hallmark, etc. on the product. Next one, the consumer should check the MRP, that is maximum retail price, weight and date of expiry of the product. Number 5, the consumer should get the warranty card which is useful for getting the after sales service of the product. And the last one, can lodge complaint. So suppose if consumer is misleaded or exploited, or consumer gets false information of the product, the consumer has a right to lodge complaint against those manufacturers or sellers. So today we have discussed about the consumer awareness, rights of the consumer, responsibility of the consumer, and in the coming classes we will continue this chapter. Thank you students.